Hello, I haven't posted an update in a while. I think it's been about 8 months, but I've seen some requests come through uh, wanting an update, which is kind of surprising since I only have like 10 subscribers, but that's okay. If my updates help one person, then, I think it's worth it. Um, so for the past 8 months, I've just been focusing on healing, getting better. It's been a rough ride. It's been a long journey. But I've made a lot of progress. That's the good news. It hasn't been easy, but I've made a lot of progress. One of the biggest things I've done in the last 8 months, and this happened about 5-6 months ago, is I started hormone replacement therapy, testosterone therapy. I've known for a long time that my testosterone was low. It's been borderline low since, probably my, mid 30s, which I'm quite a bit older than that now. But it hasn't necessarily been, to the point where doctors were willing to treat me. Last time I had it checked, it was, well below that threshold. So on the advice of some family and, some other people that I know that have done it, they said, give it a try, give it a go. And since a lot of my problems are muscular in nature and fatigue and things like that, I figured, why not? It's been a pretty big game changer for me. It hasn't fixed everything. I'm not completely 100%. I'm not completely healed, but I'm a heck of a lot better. If you've seen some of my past videos, over the course of my illness, I lost about 35 pounds, and most of that weight was muscle weight because I was kind of skinny to begin with. I've put on about 25 of that back on, so and it's good weight too. It's muscle weight. The things that I've always been doing, I've continued doing. I eat well, eat really, really clean. Since this coronavirus lockdown, I haven't been doing as good, but I'm kind of refocusing my diet, getting back to healthy eating. I still meditate. I still do breathing work. I still use my heart math. All of those things that got me to this point. I haven't given up on any of them. And I've said this before, it wasn't one thing, that got me in this position. And it's not going to be one thing that gets me out. It's really, you have to change your lifestyle in so many different ways. And, you may not want to hear this, but it's going to be a battle. If you want to get well, you have to fight for it. You have to absolutely go toe-to-toe with this and take it on, and give it everything you got. It's that's the level of effort that it's taken me to just get to where I am now. Like I said, I'm not back to 100%. I don't even think I'm back to 60-70%, but compared to where I was a year ago, or if you go all the way back to my first video, I posted that video when I was laying in bed. I was bedridden. I couldn't get out. Now I'm going on 2-3 mile bike rides with my kids. It wears me out. I still have a lot of the symptoms that I've had before, but it's not near as bad. It doesn't take me out for 2 or 3 days. I'm exercising, limited exercising. I'm lifting a little bit of weight. I'm starting to build some muscle back up. I'm having some horrible muscle twitches. That I kind of looked into that a little bit, and it kind of sent me down a pretty dark road as far as, Dr. Google will always give you bad news. And, it gave me bad news with regards to the muscle twitches, but I kind of was able to reverse course on that, and I think the muscle twitches is either just anxiety or, my muscles basically coming back from so much muscle atrophy. I think at the end of it all, if you watched my last video, I talked about the statin and what the statin did to me. I still believe that. Actually, I believe it more now than I did when I posted that. When I posted that, I still wasn't 100% sure. I'm still not 100% sure, but I'm more convinced now than ever. I've done more research. I have a better understanding of not only what statins can do to you, but the ramifications. And what I took a look at is that the statin that I took not only did muscle damage, which is a fairly common side effect. You know, you'll hear about muscle soreness being a common side effect, but it also did mitochondrial damage, which mitochondrial damage underlies it all. And if you know anything about mitochondria, once you start damaging your mitochondria via, be it with chemicals or medications or just poor lifestyle, you start experiencing all kinds of symptoms. Because you think about mitochondria, you have mitochondria in every single cell of your body. The highest density of mitochondria is in your brain, in your heart, and in your eyes. I don't know why the eyes, but it also in your eyes. So once you start damaging mitochondria, you're going to have muscle issues, you're going to have cognitive issues, you're going to have neurological issues, and I was having all of those issues. So the more research I've done on statins and doing mitochondrial damage, the more it made sense. Now, on top of that, while I was kind of getting sick and going down that downward spiral, a doctor did tell me that I might have a brain tumor or might have multiple sclerosis. And that sent me into a pretty bad panic state. And it's kind of been this anxiety that I've lived with ever since, health anxiety. So not only do I have to overcome what the statin did to me, I also have to overcome, my health anxiety issues, which causes its own physical symptoms, if you know anything about health anxiety. So I have to deal with that. But the things that I've done, the things that I'm still doing, have all helped me. And if I look back at where I was, a year and a half ago, give or take, laying in bed, couldn't hardly get up, couldn't do anything. If I exerted myself any bit, I would just crash for days and weeks on end. To where I am now, I can go, run errands, I can, ride a bicycle for a couple miles. I can, lift weights a little bit, exercise a little bit. Emotionally, I'm in a much better place. I'm still not where I need to be. You get as sick as I got, you're going to get depression and you're probably going to get anxiety. I think that's a given. So, like I said, it wasn't one thing that got me into this position, and it's not going to be one thing that gets me out. So, I would say to you, if you're out there struggling, and you're in a similar position that I am, where you're dealing with a lot of illness and can't quite figure out what's going on, whether it was a medication that caused your illness or whether it's just anxiety or, or like me, a combination of things. Don't give up, keep fighting. But it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be something that happens quickly. You have a long road ahead of you, but you can do it. You can get better. Just do the right things. Just do all the right things. Eat healthy. Meditation, breathing exercises, taking your supplements. Make sure all of your vitamins and minerals are where they need to be. Don't over supplement, but make sure you're getting enough of the essentials. There's an app that I downloaded that helped me out called Chronometer. And I paid for the gold subscription plan, and I tracked every single thing I ate. And I found some pretty big holes in my diet, even when I was eating healthy. It's surprisingly hard to get enough potassium. It's surprisingly hard to get enough zinc. And if you have limitations in your diet, like dairy limitations, or, if you don't eat meat or stuff like that, it just makes it that much harder. You need these vitamins, you need these minerals, calcium, and all of these things. They all play a role in your health. You can overdo them, but it's so much easier to underdo them. So, if you need to make sure that all your vitamins and minerals are in line, then download the app Chronometer, Chronometer. Start tracking every single thing you eat. Weigh it, put it in, and you'll start seeing, the holes that you have in your diet. So anyway, that's an update. I don't want to drag this video out too long. I'll try to post another update soon, and let you guys know where I'm at. Maybe post another update on the health or the heart math device, or something along those lines. I don't use it as much because the breathing work that it helped me with, I've pretty much have that down. So it's not that I don't like it, it's more that I don't need it anymore. It got me to a certain point, and I've kind of, can do the same work on my own. But anyway, I'll just leave you guys with that, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope this update provided you with some good information. Talk to you later.